graphic conventions, the first one, 1421 here, modular reference plane, you can see. So a modular reference plane or grid line, if you're familiar with the grid line, denoted by a full circle with a white infill. But if it is a black infill, it is considered as sequential modular reference plane. And if it is like dotted dash line here, is called modular axial plane. And then if you have a key reference plane, so you need to denote it as diamond here, key modular reference plane. So if you have two modular reference plane as in this 425 here, 1.4.2.5 here, it will become a modular zone in between these two grid lines, these two modular plane, modular grid line here. If it is a non-modular zone, this is useful when you want to have non-modular zone here in between a modular zone. This usually, if it is a column, your column sizing is not modular, cannot be fit within that modular zone. So you can exclude it and put it in between this non-modular grid line. As you can see, half circle here, half circle here. So in between this half circle is non-modular, but in between this and this, for example, will be modular. So this is dimension. When you want to specify the dimension, 3M, 4M, you need to have that arrow and then this dotted line here. So to specify your modular dimension. For other dimension, you can specify just like a normal arrow or of structure grid line or architecture grid line. You have an arrow here, no need to have this dotted line. And then running dimension, small dimension. If you have a running dimension or small dimension, you can use this graphic convention. A small dimension is when your dimension is too small. This is widely used. I think we are all familiar with this. This is center line, non-modular axial plane. So when you have a center line, so you can denote as CL. Hidden line, if you have a hidden line like, I don't know, maybe something underneath the floor that is hollow, so you want to denote it, so you can have a hidden line. This is normal. Break in dimension, when that dimension is not as in measured drawing, so it is a break dimension. The actual dimension is written, but it is not actual measured. So this is a break in continuity and other lines. So I think important is this grid line, this modular grid line, and then non-modular grid line, and then the dimension for modular coordinating dimension. I think that's all for graphic conventions. So we can go to the terms on the principal rules. So we have talked about this before in the previous videos. So just a run through. Modular coordination essentially has a basic module. It is a standardized, and there's a reference systems, and there are rules for locating and sizing, and then defining the preferred sizes. So we will go through after this on part 2, part 3, and until part 10. Basic modules we've talked about earlier. 1M. Multi-modules is multiplication of that modules. Submodule is if it is smaller than 1M. Coordination of a non-modular. So let's talk about this a bit. Sometimes it's not possible for you to set all modules are modular. So when there is a non-modular section, you can put it in the non-modular zone within the reference system. So it gives you that flexibility.